85 seconds. That's not a metaphor. That's not a movie trailer line. Asterisk. That's how close the world is, according to atomic scientists. To total annihilation. 80-5 seconds before midnight. Let that sit for a moment. Asterisk, because midnight doesn't mean tomorrow. It doesn't mean next year. It means everything ends. Asterisk, this week. The scientists who run the famous Doomsday Clock moved it closer to midnight than at any point in human history. Not during the Cold War, not during the Cuban Missile Crisis, not even after Hiroshima. Now, and the terrifying part isn't just the number. Asterisk. It's why they moved it. Russia, China, the United States. 3 nuclear giants. All moving in more aggressive directions at the same time. Asterisk arms. Control agreements collapsing. Asterisk wars. Expanding instead of ending. Asterisk artificial intelligence entering military. Systems faster than laws can keep up. Asterisk this isn't one. Problem. It's many problems colliding at once. The Doomsday Clock was created in 1947 by scientists who helped build the atomic bomb. People like Albert Einstein and J. Robert Oppenheimer. These weren't alarmists. They were insiders. They knew exactly how fragile the world had become. Asterisk. And today, those same scientists are saying leadership around the globe is failing. Asterisk. Not failing quietly, failing loudly, failing dangerously. Asterisk. Right now. Nuclear risks are moving in the wrong direction across the board. Diplomacy is weaker. Trust between nations is thinner. Military actions are happening under the shadow of nuclear weapons. And that shadow is getting darker. Asterisk. Russia's war in Ukraine continues with no clear end. Nuclear-capable hypersonic missiles are no longer theoretical. They're deployed. They're being showcased. They're meant to intimidate. Asterisk. The Middle East is boiling again, with direct strikes involving nuclear powers and their allies. India and Pakistan, 2 nuclear-armed neighbors, are clashing at their borders. On the Korean Peninsula, tensions never truly disappear. And in Asia, China's threats toward Taiwan grow sharper, more confident, more public. Asterisk. Meanwhile, the last major nuclear arms treaty between the United States and Russia is about to expire. Decades of limits, inspections, and verification could vanish overnight. Asterisk. No replacement is ready. No agreement is guaranteed. And once those guardrails are gone, rebuilding them may be impossible. Asterisk. At the same time, the United States has restarted steps toward nuclear weapons testing after more than 30 years. That alone sends shockwaves through the global system. Because once one country does it, others follow. Asterisk. China, in particular, stands to gain the most from a return to full-scale nuclear testing as it rapidly expands its arsenal. What used to be unthinkable is now being discussed openly. Again, asterisk. But nuclear weapons aren't the only reason the clock moved. There's something new this time. Something humanity has never faced at this scale. Before, artificial intelligence, AI, is being integrated into military systems faster than ethics, laws, or international agreements can control it. Decision-making once done by humans is being delegated to algorithms. Systems designed to optimize speed, efficiency, and dominance are now touching weapons that could end civilization. And AI doesn't understand fear. It doesn't understand regret. It doesn't understand consequences. On top of that, AI is accelerating the spread of disinformation worldwide. Lies now travel faster than facts. False narratives can destabilize elections, fuel conflicts, and push nations toward confrontation before anyone realizes what's happening. Asterisk. One Nobel Peace Prize winner described it as an information Armageddon. A world where truth is optional and outrage is engineered. Asterisk. And when leaders operate inside that kind of chaos, mistakes become inevitable. Asterisk climate change is still there too, quietly intensifying, straining resources, fueling migration, increasing conflict, acting as a multiplier for every existing global risk. This isn't about one villain. It's about a pattern, a shift toward nationalism, winner takes all. Thinking neo-imperial ambitions. Governments choosing dominance over cooperation. Asterisk, the scientists behind the Doomsday Clock say this mindset is pushing the world closer to disaster. Because global problems don't respect borders. And no country, no matter how powerful, can solve them alone. Yet cooperation is breaking down. Trust is eroding. Asterisk, and leadership across many nations is choosing short-term power over long-term survival. Asterisk, here's the uncomfortable truth. Asterisk, the Doomsday Clock doesn't predict the future. It measures our behavior. Every second closer to midnight is a reflection of choices being made right now. Choices by governments, by institutions, by people who believe someone else will fix it later. Asterisk. But later is getting closer. Asterisk, the scientists have moved the clock forward 3 times in just 4 years. That's not normal. That's not a coincidence. That's a warning pattern. And warnings only matter if someone listens. Because history shows us something unsettling. Major catastrophes don't usually happen because people didn't see them coming. They happen because people got used to the danger. Asterisk. They normalize it. They scroll past it. They assume tomorrow will look like today. Asterisk. Until it doesn't. Asterisk. 85 seconds. Asterisk. That's how much margin for error humanity is believed to have right now. Asterisk. So the real question isn't whether the clock is right or wrong. Asterisk. The real question is this. Asterisk. What are we doing with the time that's left? Asterisk. If this video made you stop for a moment. Asterisk. If it made you think instead of scroll. Asterisk. If it made you uncomfortable in the right way. Then don't let it end here. Share it. Comment what you think the world is getting wrong and follow this channel. Because these are the stories that actually shape our future. Whether we're ready for them or not. Asterisk. The clock is ticking.